No,
So
I
you won't
assumed
be
that
joining.
because I was at like what 10 o'clock this morning for me, so I assumed.
I got a DM at like 12:30 my time, and I was like dead asleep at that point.
No, I was at work.
Stream is live.
We are live.
Let me flip screens. Yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
Just the contrast of energies.
Yay.
Sorry, I'm in a
Well,
really goofy mood
You
this
thought I'm
evening.
tired.
Hey, we do need
Well,
a chaos
let's get that
gremlin.
blood boiling, shall we?
So, are those marbles?
No,
No,
that's my dice.
it's dice.
That's PT.
It's
No, that's
worse than
that's
marbles.
not. That's
Guys.
not dice. That's
Yes.
PTSD.
Guys, don't wrestle with the puppy.
Hey.
Yes.
My
yes.
nose is not in its original
My shiny
form.
rocks.
Math click clacks, math click clacks. Oh, speaking of shiny, I should stop being distracted and so we can get on with the campaign.
No. If anybody wants to catch any past episodes that, well, they're there on this page. You can find them, along with
They're
a bunch
on
of
the
links.
YouTubes.
Not even looking at the same screen to do this. And literally, it's just, go through all these things and you get to see all of it. Yay, you get to see me there. I'm more important than everybody else here, so don't worry about it.
Even in a
Yeah.
monotone, low
yeah.
energy state, he
I'm
still got
tired.
an ego.
Yep, I got an ego, yeah.
My gambling edition.
You
is
might hear
more-
me snoring, sorry.
Gambling edition?
I'm not going to say sorry anymore for that.
Like the version of your gambling?
Potato. My addiction, and yeah, addition and subtraction. That's what it is. Mostly addition, obviously.
Let's go gambling.
Oh, dang it.
Let me stop this. There we go. No more music for all of you.
Oh, for shame.
And then,
Actually, so I need to pull up stream.
I actually need to switch into the game. I just realized I wasn't fully in. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Why are you punishing me, cat? I don't like you that much. Go away.
Why you doing this to me? Make me
Don't-
sneezy and shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got you.
Hey, right now I'm sitting over at the other house doing this and just
Yay.
got cats to deal with right now. Go away. I don't like you.
Well, how's it feel to be in the new space?
Very exhausting because putting up lights, trying to get other amenities set up still, because that's all I've been doing is working, and I'm tired. And then I go to work and deal with stuff there that, yeah, that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
Come on.
I completely feel you on that.
Get
I
out
do.
of here. Get out of here. Thank you. Cat's getting into her things. Hopefully I won't.
All right.
Please do not unplug me,
So-
cat.
Everyone got your snacks, drinks ready to go?
I think so. I'm supposed to have
I'm
snacks?
ready and confused.
I'm still confused. I don't remember.
You can ask questions, and I can maybe give you answers depending on your question.
What the fuck happened while I was zoning in and out hard?
What the
Live.
fuck?
Which
Richard?
part? Because you guys did a job, you completed said job, you got back home, and then something went boom downstairs.
I don't remember that for some stupid reason.
Because that's how we ended last session. I know you were fading in and out, so.
Turns out our neighbors is Heisenberg.
I nearly fell asleep in my chair. That's how much I was fading in and out.
Yeah. So that's the long and short of it, really, and that's like the most basic of recaps I can give you.
Where's my suppies?
Hey, calm down there, Smeagol.
Smells precious.
Give me
here-
subs.
Air roll? Like the Pokemon?
Hearing the explosion, I'm gonna go one down towards where I think it's gonna be.
Okay. So kind of start off and get us right back to where that happened. You guys were already kind of like getting upstairs to your apartments, and then this is when you heard the explosion. So, who is going to be going downstairs to investigate?
Me, because
Definitely
I'm
me.
trauma. Not.
You're medical, so.
Yes, thank you. I was gonna say trauma response, but I'm like, that's not the right words.
I'll go down
I'm
with
Me
already
because I
Bell.
have to see if the cops are here.
I'm
Take
already
me
down
away.
there.
I figure I'll go down with Bell. I'll follow her down if you need anything.
Okay, so safe to say everyone's going to go downstairs then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know Quinn actually.
So, what'd you say? You were kind of
He
muffled a
said
bit.
something about flipping a coin.
Oh, I don't know if Quinn is going down. Bored.
Sorry.
Oh, Quinn.
Yeah. You going
Sounded
down?
like you're saying coin.
Yeah, I heard coin as well. Like, wait, what?
I heard Gwen. I heard Gwen.
My bad. That's like
Gwen is kind of insane.
I don't
my
understand
Spanish
any of
coming
you.
out.
Explosion downstairs, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, probably. Good idea.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, I just followed him down.
All right. So, you guys will all rush back downstairs, and you will see.
Oh no! Why did you roll the dice?
Because I was determining the severity of damage.
Oh no!
This was like downstairs in the building, or?
Yep. So this is kind of downstairs along the street where cars are parked, and this happened to be where Mercer's character's car happens to be parked.
Oh no!
So from the perspective as you guys exit down to the street, from your perspective, it does look like Theo's car is on fire.
God. Rest in
Well-
peace, the homie's car, I guess.
Well, I guess I'm not asking to borrow your car anymore.
Just in a bit of like a bit of
So,
disbelief. Can I just like
whomever wants to kind of run closer and investigate further, I need you to roll perceptions for me.
Alright. Wrong perception.
Papa, papa, papa,
Do, do,
Papa.
do,
manamana,
do, 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 do,
God.
manamana.
do. Fuck.
I was thinking like or right character, I mean.
Yeah,
What
I mean, it
the
would make sense for you
hell?
because you might be a little distraught at the moment, thinking your car
Wonder how
appears to be on fire.
I guess Bailey is in focus mode, trying to see if there's anybody in the area to do what did you call it earlier?
Medical?
Medical response. For some reason, my brain is going straight to trauma response. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, like first responder, I guess,
Yeah,
is more the
Yeah,
term you're
first-
looking for.
Yeah, first respond. Yeah, her first responder instincts are kicking in hard.
Does anything work with 14?
So, for Kitsune, Kitsune and Star, both of you, as you guys move in closer, Winter, your character especially because of your medical expertise, Belle is going to be looking for any people who might be injured. But as you start to move closer, you pick up immediately. It's not his car on fire, it's the car right next to him.
Oh no!
Oh, thank God.
But you're still gonna have damaged paint and metal from that.
At least it's not the entire car.
Yeah, that's fair.
Insurance is
that's
gonna be a
me.
nightmare.
Am I able to like deduce any like traces of what might have caused it?
Make an
Uh,
investigation check for me.
No, I was gonna say
Okay.
Bailey's gonna help shout. Are any of y'all gonna help me put out this damn fire? Is somebody gonna call the fucking fire department?
Fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna notice anything.
Department got registered.
Yeah, unfortunately,
But-
with a roll of a 6, all you can really say is something blew up on the vehicle. It's not an explosion that came from the vehicle itself. So
Can I try it again?
I'm gonna say no, but I'll
Damn
say
it.
with what you're able to see,
Mm.
you think it could be something as simple as a Molotov cocktail.
I'm gonna roll for investigation, see if I can find anything further.
Go ahead.
Bailey is going to be calling the fire department, and
Nat
she's
20
looking
bitches!
around. Hell
Oh,
yeah!
How? I'm the investigator here.
Not in that 20.
How?
It's
in my
it's not a
name.
nat 20. It's a soft 20, but nonetheless, it's still 20.
It's still 20. God.
Vlad,
Vlad always finds his Mac.
Vlad, you recognize immediately this
Useless.
type of fire. This is not a fire caused by the vehicle itself. It is caused by a flammable substance. Likely, not necessarily a Molotov cocktail, but possibly some sort of a
Incendiary
liquid.
device?
like a bit of a liquid gas bomb.
Oh gosh.
Because it's coated the vehicle next to him in pretty much a flammable substance. So like the entire like hood of the car is on fire. And it's not on fire in the way if it was an explosion caused by the vehicle itself. Like it's coated in a liquid that's causing it to be on fire. And I'll go ahead and tell you this is a method that is not used to necessarily destroy the vehicle, but to cause a distraction.
I'm gonna immediately scan my surroundings to see if anything's out of place.
Before you can do that, I need everyone to roll dexterity.
Oh
A
boy.
save? Saving
I
throw?
didn't
or
get,
what?
I didn't lost the game.
Yeah, dex saving throws for me, please.
Oh, that's not good.
Hold on, I'm loading and I forgot to
Guys,
open it. Hold on.
no!
Yeah, I'm good.
Nat
Nat
fucking
20.
20!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I'm showing
Oh
off.
shit, do I roll dexterity or the save?
Saving throw.
It's dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It's reflex
Yeah.
save, basically.
Okay, so my bad. Retry.
Yeah, reflex save.
What's happening?
Haha!
Oh wait, is it a reflex save or a dexterity throw?
let me see, because did they just put reflex save as dexterity save?
No, they're
Yeah,
two separate
they did.
things.
Is it? Where's the fucking reflex thing?
There's
No,
It's a
reflex
saving
is
throw.
Oh.
Yeah, no, reflex
mine.
is dex saving
it's
throw, so that is
reflex.
correct. Yep. So
Okay.
reflex saving throw is the correct one to do.
Okay. But I
Okay.
already rolled
Oh,
for
jeez.
dexterity.
Oh dear God, Borg, what happened?
Oh yeah, can she keep that nat
I
20
don't
or
know.
no?
Something bad, probably.
It's
Or-
almost the same thing anyway, so I'll allow it.
Yeah, I already have just a +1 to my reflex
Yeah,
anyways.
it's pretty much the same roll anyway, so that's why I'm saying it's fine.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
what-
so a
what's
lot of you
happening?
did really well in that. All right. So we're looking at, let's see, so it's Kitsune's character, Winter's character, and then Vladimir. The three of you are able to immediately catch that there are people behind you. Bork, Matrix, and is there someone missing who didn't roll
That
Dex?
would be me because I don't know what's happening.
Quinn
I
is
had
You're
busy
level
talking
2,
to
by the way,
himself.
right?
I had to
He's
leave
too
because my dog
busy.
hurt himself.
Okay, so roll reflex save.
We're being Lewis Laned right now.
24 there.
Okay, so you will spot as well. So the majority of you are gonna catch that there are people behind you attempting to jump you. Matrix and Bork,
Yo.
you guys are gonna get caught off guard, and you you are going to be tased.
Oh god damn it!
So you
Quinn is shitting their pants right now, thinking this is a corpo thing.
so you two guys are stunned, while the rest of you are going to immediately catch these guys attempting to jump you.
I proceed to, what do you call it? Since I have a quick holster, I proceed to take out my gun and point it.
They're going to respond in pretty much the same manner at the same time. So you guys will all draw your guns on each other, and you now are in the middle of a standoff. And they
You're
have
just
two.
pulling a
They have
Pirates of the
two.
Caribbean.
They have two of your guys to the floor, and they have guns to their heads.
I'm gonna. Who are you people?
Guys, hold on. Did you catch what I asked before I sorry to kind of interrupt, but I just wanted to ask you, Dave, did you hear that Bailey was already calling the fire department?
Yep, and as you were attempting to make this call, this is when you were getting jumped. So are you going to try to stay on the line for that phone call, or are you going to disconnect to try to save yourself?
Hmm.
Hold on. Before anything, these, how many guys are there? Real quick.
Pretty much one for each of you guys.
So it's like 5, right? Really?
1, 2,
Should be
3,
6 of
4,
you.
5, 6. Yep,
6.
6.
6. Okay. Um, who is in the most danger currently? Like with a gun, like closest to them?
So that's gonna be both Johnny and Abe. They are both being held at gunpoint, and the rest of you are all have your guns drawn in a bit of a standoff.
No, wait.
And-
Johnny's me. I'm the one with the. What do you call it?
Well, I'm
It was Quinn, right? Because Quinn's got
Quinn.
an actual.
Yeah, I'm
Quinn.
sorry.
Quinn. Okay, yeah.
Your guys' names aren't showing up in here for me, so that's why I'm like reading off your screen names, not your character names.
Okay. Do they end up like recovering and like knowing what the situation is at all, or no?
I mean, they're pretty aware of what's happening. They just got hit with a taser, and now that they're being held at gunpoint.
Okay. Real quick, since I do have an implant, I don't know whoever has the comms on, but I do use if possible, nose for trouble on both of those guys. Either one. It's what do you call it? What it does, it determines creatures' weakness and blind spots and broadcasts this information to my allies. And it's within 60 feet of me. Whoever's within 60 feet of me. And the next time they make an attack, they gain advantage.
Okay. So these guys are these aren't corpo guys you're being held up by. Let's put it that way. These guys are
Rats.
these are street rats.
Yep. That's a.
So, in terms of like weaknesses, they're pretty much the same as your own. Like, there's really no distinction between you two. Like, they're humans. They have augmentations just the same as you guys do. They're, they're not immune to bullets. So,
Oh.
take that as you will.
Neither are our allies, which is the thing. But
Nope.
like,
But as you guys are in this standoff, you're gonna hear a voice come over all of your comms. Come with us quietly, and none of you will be hurt.
well, I don't think that's an offer you can make when you've already have two of our allies down on the ground. How do we know for sure that we won't be hurt coming with you
Especially
guys?
since you decided to light one of the damn cars on fire.
I've been in this line of work
That
long
doesn't
enough
really
that I
instill
know.
confidence very much in us.
Yeah.
I'm going to study the situation to see if how we can get advantage out of this.
So, what are you looking to do? Sorry.
That's my mic not coming good.
No, we heard you.
No, we heard you. It's just
Okay. I'm going to try to look for a way to gain an advantage.
Use no. I mean, I have. Well, literally gives you advantage.
There
And
really isn't much you can claim for advantage. Two of your guys are held hostage at this point. You guys are not really in an advantageous position. I mean, if you're looking logically at this, then the best solution is to go with them.
Which something tells me is a really fucking bad idea.
I'm assuming I
fine.
can't talk anyway. I'm stunned, right?
You're well, I mean, you can talk, like, but you're a bit dazed because you were
Yeah,
just
I'm
hit
not
with a
gonna
taser.
That's what I mean. I'm
So
literally
you're like,
gonna be. Yeah, I'll be like, whoa. Okay, I just clear. Okay, cool. Mm.
So you're gonna hear that line repeat again. Come with us quietly, and you won't be harmed.
Why?
I pull
Why
my
not?
gun back. I pull my gun back, but I don't holster it, and I'm still watching them. But I just tell them, can one of us only go, or does it has to be all of us?
A large dark van comes screeching up, and the doors pull open. The two who are stunned are pulled to their feet and are being pulled into the van. You're being instructed to follow them.
So yeah, it's all of us.
Watch what you're doing, because I promise you, you will not come out unscathed either, even if we have to lose two guys. I just follow them. I just follow them, but I throw that
What in
warning
the-
out there.
I'm still
What
unconscious.
in the hell?
Yeah, we're both sitting here going.
Why the
we're
hell?
Both, we're both
I'll
dead
say,
on the ground.
like, you're not fully unconscious. You're aware of what's happening around you, but you're a bit dazed because you were just electrocuted.
We're wearing our normal gear, right?
Yeah,
A
you're wearing the
taser is
same
still
gear
a
that you wore
taser.
from the last job.
So how bulletproof is the corp cut? Where is the fucking? Where the hell is the fucking Cyberpunk thing that I downloaded? Core rulebook. I'm trying to remember how bulletproof the Kevlar jacket is that I'm wearing.
I mean, it gives you damage resistance to ballistics, so it doesn't necessarily give you like a lot of resistance.
You get damage resistance of +2 to ballistic.
Yeah. So you take like
Also-
two less points of damage if you were to get shot. But remember, this is not a situation where you really want to be looking for a fight. They have two of your people hostage at this point, and you are not in a position to really argue with them.
Is it possible to see if I can see whoever looks like it may be the leader?
They're not going to be here. They're going
Yeah,
to be at
these guys are just
where
simply
they're at.
handlers picking you guys up.
Mm,
No
Okay,
one,
can I-
no one here looks like a leader type.
Can I
true.
at least ask if there's any, like, in the initial investigation, did Bell see anybody hurt by this fire or explosion?
Regarding the explosion itself, didn't appear to be anyone nearby. Because if there were, someone would have been likely screaming, or there would have been, someone who was down. But
Mm-hmm.
in hindsight, as the situation is unfolding before you, it's become rather obvious. The fire was merely a distraction to get you downstairs.
Mm.
So you're figuring this out as this scene is unfolding before you, and you're being pushed into the van. That explosion beside the vehicle there, that was merely to distract you and to bring you downstairs.
I don't let them push me. I'm like, don't touch me.
Bell's the same way.
They're holding their guns firm, and they're not.
Let them
backing
hold their
down.
guns at me. No, let them hold their guns at me.
Oh
They're
my
not touching me with that.
I'm not going to say anything as I kept my shotgun at the ready position.
Also, at least
Oh,
let me
they're pulling
check.
that away from you before you get into the van.
Bell
They touch
holsters
gun?
her weapon. What?
Did they touch gun?
They're pulling that away from you before you get into the van.
Wait, they're pulling
Let-
away our weapons?
Bruh.
Lance will remember this.
Well, anything they can visibly see. So if you're holding, say, a shotgun, they're taking that off of you.
Lad will remember this. Lad remember your
No.
face. I'm going to point to the guy who took the shotgun. Lad remember you. Lad will kill you last.
Can I use sleight of hand to make my gun disappear or look like it disappeared?
Roll sleight of hand. Let's see if you can conceal your weapon.
I can't. I'm not rolling that
Okay.
one.
Yep. All right. So yeah, with a 24, you are able to conceal your pistol.
You know what? Fucking out of curiosity, I'm going to try to
Because
sleight
I
of
had
hand
it in my
too.
hand, so I just want to see if I'm able to just like conceal it like with magic.
Yeah.
Out
Well,
of curiosity, can I try sleight of hand?
what are you trying to conceal?
The shotgun. Oh,
How are you
That's
gonna
too
try to
big. That's
conceal
too
a
big, bro.
shotgun?
Where are you gonna conceal it?
Impressive, like.
I'm just going to roll out of curiosity if I could.
You got a magic
What?
portal on your backside there?
I don't know how, but I can bullshit my way somehow.
My
my
brother in Christ, this is a shotgun we're talking
I don't
about.
think you can bullshit your way out of
He's
this
just
one,
gonna-
bud.
He's just
There-
gonna
there are
shove it
just
down his
some
pant
things
leg.
You just can't
It just.
do.
What you got there, bud? You look happy. You see me? Sorry.
I don't know how. I'm just curious if I can pull it off.
I'm gonna say like the shotgun's just not gonna happen,
You're
Chief.
curious
Like
too, aren't you? You're fucking curious too, aren't you?
I am curious, but
there's
you
no
can't just do
conceivable
it.
way you
There's
can
no-
pull that off.
I know. I just want to roll to see if I can pull it off somehow.
Okay, roll. It's gonna be a disadvantage though. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
16.
Dude.
So it's a
Okay,
16.
16.
16.
Come
He's got a very high bonus in this. Nope.
It was worth a shot.
I mean, at least for me, they're just taking one of my pistols and my knife, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything they can visibly see on you, like if you have like any like your holster kind of out in the open or anything like that, they're
Wait,
gonna
is
pull
it-
that off of you.
Is it possible for me to like to whoever took his shotgun? Is it possible for me to walk next to them, roll sleight of hand to see if I'm able to take them away from them?
Hold on, what?
You are not really going to be able to do that because, again, you guys all have at least one person who's trained on you, and they're pretty much
True.
pushing you into the van at this point. So,
Sure.
like, you can try and bump this dude and maybe knock the shotgun out of his hand and try to do that, but trying to, like, sleight of hand it off of him, there's no way, Chief. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Can I do sense motive to see if they're like,
And
you
fucking
know,
them.
to see if they're going to bring us to a trap or some shit? Or
We're already in a trap.
Um,
well, yeah, I know, but
do
you
you
know what I mean. What I mean.
is sense motive something you roll for, or is that just a passive ability you
Sense
have?
motive is
I
a
roll for.
thing you roll for.
Okay. Yeah. Roll for sense motive then. Let's see what you come up with.
I was having such good rolls though.
I mean, it was worth a shot. It was worth a try.
You know what? Just
But
because.
yeah, you
Huh?
can't really determine a motivation from these guys. Like they're kind of masked up, like ski mask style. So you can't really read their faces, and in turn, you can't really read what their intentions are. But I'll say, kind of based on the situation and what you guys have already done so far, that because you're dealing with street rats, this may have something to do associated with the Rat King.
I was gonna ask, would it be fine if I was to roll for sense motive since I'm proficient with this?
Go ahead. Let's see if you pick up anything more.
Ooh.
I'm proficient
You-
in it too, but
you
what the
will.
Yeah,
fuck?
I have expertise in it.
All right, so they are taking you someplace secluded. And
Charming.
again, this is kind of based on the same thing, is that you've done 2 jobs so far that, from what you understood, kind of goes against the Rat King. And these guys might be taking you to some place to have a conversation about that.
A conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what scares me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any more questions before we move on?
Since apparently Belle is being forcibly put into the van, she's like, "Can I at least check on my friends? I'm a medical professional. I want to make sure they're okay after you fucking tased them.
Oh.
I want to do a health check on them."
Once you're
I
in the
just-
van, they're not going to stop you from doing a health check on the 2 that were stunned. So, en route, they will let you do a medical check on them.
Just strike up is it possible for me to also, while we're in the van, strike up conversation and get buddy buddy with them, like kind of like do a 360 or 180 in my fucking personality with bureaucracy, if possible.
Roll a charisma. Let's see if you can perhaps find a way to
Is
have a
charisma-
conversation.
Where's
People.
charisma?
Also,
Is
quick
it
question.
bureaucracy?
It's people.
It's
Yeah.
people.
So yeah, in here it would be people. So yeah, you roll a people check or people roll.
People, I don't know if it rolled.
Yep, it did. Soft 20.
Right.
So who are you trying to talk to in this? Are you trying to talk to the driver? Or are you trying to talk to the person who's kind of watching guard over you guys? Like who are you trying to strike up a conversation with?
Specifically, the guy that's pointing a gun at me.
Okay, and so what are you asking him specifically?
I'm just striking up a conversation. I was like, this is a pretty interesting welcome. I wasn't really expecting this. Y'all having a party or something that we weren't invited, but you wanted us to come to?
So the guy who's holding the gun up to you, he pulls down his mask a little bit so you can see his face, but he's got glasses covering half of his face, so you still can't quite identify him.
Uh-huh.
But it's more so that you can read his lips. He goes, "You have decided to ruffle a few feathers that you shouldn't have. And now we're going to go
Ruffle
have
feathers?
a conversation about that."
Oh. Listen, man, I don't know about you, but ever since I've been, can't say born, but created, born in a way, I've been ruffling more than a few feathers. So you need to explain a bit more, but I do understand where you're coming from. I hate when people get on my nerves too, man. It's like you're trying to get shit done and there's always people trying to get in your way, you know? I just, is there anything going on? Is that why?
Oh,
He just
snap.
kind of he sits back a bit and just goes, "You really don't know what's going on here.
Oh, listen, man.
Whose bowl you been pissing in?
Of course not. Listen, man. I just do mercenary work. I get paid. I do it. Same thing. If you were to pay me to do something, I would do it. Listen, man. To be honest, I enjoy gambling, so I need the money. All right. And listen, I'll hit it big. Eventually, I'll hit it big. But yeah, I just need the money. That's really it. I really don't understand too much. I'm new here. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Don't want to make any enemies, at least not here. You understand? And you seem like a pretty nice guy, so I really don't want to, make an enemy of a guy like you either, or whoever you're working with. In fact, if you're nice, he must be such a nice fellow, actually.
The guy just kind of turns to the other guy sitting next to him and goes, "This guy's just so much of a talker, isn't he?"
I'm gonna look up to
Yeah,
these.
he's a real talker. I wonder if he speaks for the rest of you. And his focus turns to the rest of the group.
I'm gonna look at these two.
We are mercenaries. I can tell you that.
He's the idiot of the group. We sometimes have no off button for him. Much apologies.
I just like to get to know people, and it's just,
I'm gonna cut him off and smack him across the head as a signal to shut the fuck up.
no,
Something
I'm trying to
tells
see if
me
I
you
can
should
invite
probably
him to a
shut up.
drink later. I'm trying to see if I can invite him to a drink later. He's seems like a good drinker.
Buddy, I think you should shut the fuck up right now, because I don't think you're helping our situation at all.
I don't
We're
think
already
anything is
in
gonna
deep
change.
shit. We're already in deep shit, and you're already digging our hole even deeper into that shit.
The Southern and the
Nah.
Love you,
Russian are
man,
telling
but you aren't helping us at all.
the
Nah, I
Southern
think
guy
we'll
and
be
the Russian guy are telling you to shut up. You should listen.
Especially when you got a fiery medic who may or may not treat you if you get into a fucking tussle.
I personally think you
I
should
just
not
might
take
let you suffer.
I agree with that.
Why would I
Steve.
get in tussle? Why would I get in a tussle with these guys? All they want to do is just talk. That's it. And we already mentioned it. We're mercenaries. We do what we pay.
Buddy. Clearly, he's irritated at you. And the more you talk, the more he's gonna get irritated. The more he gets irritated, the more he's likely to punch you in the fucking face. If you get a broken if you get a broken nose, I ain't gonna treat you for a little bit.
You
I
know
might
what?
not
You're
even
right,
treat you at
Becky.
all.
You know what?
Question.
You're right, Becky. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's have a drink later. We'll talk more later. Don't worry. Let's have a
I'm
talk.
gonna
Let's
look
get
at
this
I
festival
just
talk again.
said.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna look at the floor for a minute, weigh my options, and punch him square in the nose to shut him up. Did it work?
Punching who?
Fucking who's the guy's not shutting up right now?
I dodged. Can I dodge? Can I dodge?
Oh my good gracious. Good lord.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say that if you even attempt to go for a
Oh, no.
swing, they are going to hit.
No,
they're going to pistol whip you.
No.
He's
I'm
gonna
punching
punch Johnny.
I'm punching Johnny.
Yeah,
Can I
even still,
dodge?
like they're not letting you do any kind of quick sudden sudden movements. So if you go in for that swing, they're gonna immediately pistol whip you before you can make that swing.
See, I knew you guys were good guys. You guys are just
You mind
defending
if
me,
I
and we
shut
just
him up?
met. You know what
Oh
we
my
should do?
God,
We should get a
Johnny,
drink
shut
later.
the fuck up.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna look at the. Oh, sorry.
because they are actually getting tired of the conversation, they're just gonna start putting black bags over your heads.
Now do you see what you've done?
Ooh,
Johnny,
comfortable.
I swear to
Although I
fuck,
prefer a
if they even fucking shoot you, I am definitely not treating you for at least 5 minutes.
Shut up!
Hi, Betsy, calm down.
Excuse the fuck out of you. I'm your damn medic. If you don't shut the fuck up, I am
That
going
was
to
not
let
the
you
medic.
fucking.
That was not the medic yelling at you to shut up. That was the guy in the driver's seat who's getting really annoyed at the conversation he keeps having to hear between you guys bickering back there.
Dave, are we awake
Hold on,
yet?
was that- hold on.
Enough?
Yes,
Hey, legit,
you've been awake
above
really the
table.
whole time. You're
I'm just
in a
laying there.
dazed.
Am I
Yeah,
laying there?
you're in a bit of a daze, but you're there. You are awake.
Okay.
Hold on.
Can you all please quiet down? The headache is killing me right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've got headache.
You're
I got
fine.
Above, quick question. Above table, was that you that shouted, Dave, or?
Yes,
Yeah, that was
Dave.
me.
Oh,
I
for
thought
some
you were
reason I
yelling
thought it was Kitsune because his mic lit up and I didn't see your mic light up. I was about to
Well,
go
mine is like
off
perpetually
on
lit up because of
Johnny.
my
Roll
my
for
fan,
deception,
so-
that
Oh.
20.
I thought you were yelling at the cat.
The only words I'm gonna be saying at this point is, this is why I'm the people's person.
Honestly, just put the fucking bags on their heads. They will not shut the fuck up until you do it.
Keep in mind, I'm an
They-
investigator.
like,
It's
yeah.
my job to be
Fucking
annoying.
shoot these people.
That's the only thing I'm saying is this is why I'm the people's person.
Oh, can I
So yeah,
request
at this
something?
point, they're bagging up you guys because you're loud conversation, and one of them says one more goddamn word, and I'm gonna hit you with a taser.
Is it possible to like after this situation, I just like be quiet and I'm just like, okay, fine. I just I'm like, okay, fine.
That was
I'll
not
just
the
be like,
time to
okay,
use
fine,
the
that's
fuck
fine.
out, you
And can I
fucking
roll for
idiot.
presence? And can I roll for presence since technically they kind of like let their guard around me with advantage if possible?
When Johnny says okay, I'm just gonna slowly turn to him, and in my head, I'm gonna go, "You fucking dumbass."
So presence.
Yeah, just
Um,
to lower my like their awareness of me, kind of like, you know what I mean?
I mean, roll for it.
Shouldn't this be a disadvantage because he's fucking here?
Well, I am there, but I'm like, I was annoying. I let their guard down, and now I'm just like, killing
I
them.
wouldn't
You know
really
what I
call
mean?
him.
Well, so like
What?
with the
Just put it there.
10, like they're not
Oh, throw it.
really ignoring
My switch
you.
is in there.
So they're not really going to like, nothing's really changing. Like it's not that they're more aware of you or less aware of you. You're still square in their focus. So they bag you guys up, and then after about another 15 minutes,
Oh,
the vehicle does come to a stop, and you guys are pulled from the vehicle.
We have
Quick
two functional
question.
fucking legs. You could let us walk.
Oh, they're letting you walk. It's just they're pulling you like.
Listen, watch the jacket. It's bougie.
And so, because you guys can no longer see really what's around you, I'll kind of describe the sensation you're feeling. Because as you come out of the vehicle, you do immediately feel the sensation of the cool air that you are outside, and you're being pulled into a building where the temperature does change from the cool air outside to kind of a warmer air on the inside. And it is warm, it is dry. You can't really smell anything because the bag is covering your senses for that. So you can't really smell what's happening in the room around you, but you're clearly understanding that you're being pulled from the outside from the van into some sort of a building, and you're being sat down into some sort of a large room. And the only way you're able to tell it's a large room is because of the echo from your footsteps as you walk into this room. The echo from your steps does go a fair distance. So you don't even I won't even have you roll for this. You're able to tell that where you guys are at just from the echo, that this is a very large room that you're being brought into. And you're being sat down on chairs. And as you're all seated after a minute or two, the bags are being ripped off, and you do see a fairly bougie man in a very nice suit. But there are features to this suit that signify that this is not corpo in any way. He's very short hair. He's got a bit of a hat to him. He's clean shaven. He's kind of a bit of a taller white male. And he's just kind of sitting cross-legged about 15 feet away from you guys.
Can I roll sense motive?
Go yep, go ahead. Now that you've seen the guy who's holding you hostage.
That one, oh my fucking god. I'm done with this. I'm done with sense motive.
You have no idea.
Mentally put these dice into timeout.
Actually, yeah. Genuinely.
They're bad dice now.
Can I do sense motive?
Yep, go ahead.
It's better.
I hate you. What the fuck?
You have no say in the matter.
I'd
Good
like to
sir.
roll sense motive as well, if that's possible, please.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys have sense and motive, go ahead and roll it.
Do
will
I even
not
have
stop
sense
you.
motive? What the hell? I don't think I even have it.
Yes, I don't know if everyone does, but if anyone does have it, they want to use it, then go ahead.
I don't think I do.
All
It'll
right,
be
so
the lower part of the sheet in the S's.
all right, so Karth and Abe, you guys both rolled 12. This guy's motives are really hard to read. From the looks of him, just from the immediate picture of him, you would think he belongs to the corporal world, but there are aspects to his outfit, the way his shirt is not neatly done, but it looks like maybe if he just tightened it up a little bit, he would easily slip into corpo. But his face, he doesn't look like your typical corpo kind of a person, but he looks like he might blend between both worlds. You can't really establish what he's looking for, at least just from the outset. But as the bags are pulled off your heads and you see this man sitting in front of all of you, he kind of just looks around at all of your faces, kind of just taking in who it is you are. Which one of you would speak for the rest of you?
That would probably be me.
Yeah.
At least I'm not gonna make things worse.
I'm just quietly observing the situation with a neutral look on my face. That's it. I'm
Sure.
also, can I take in the room as well? Like, is there anybody else in the corners of the rooms besides with guns or anything?
Roll perception. Let's see if you can get a sense of the room.
Can I assist in the perception?
Fuck. Why? Why?
I'll say you can roll your own perception, but for Kitsune with a 9, the room that you're in is very vast. This is maybe some sort of a factory. You're not really seeing any guards around you, but you are wrapped around shadow because the light that's above you guys is pretty much the only thing illuminating in the room. You can't really see beyond the shadow.
Wait. Hold on. Because I have a skill that, what do you call it? I have watchful eye. It says I cannot gain well, actually, there's no disadvantage, right?
Yeah, that you can't have disadvantage in that. So yeah, because there was no disadvantage there. It still stands, but
Yeah,
but
true. I try.
So well, it's fine because you're still able to see that. I mean, you're in a large room and you're not seeing any guards in your immediate perception. There could be still something lurking in the shadows that you can't see, but you're not seeing anything in particular. Karth, with your 18,
I hate you, Karth.
with your
I'm the fucking jack
18,
of all trades. What the fuck you want?
you're able to see a little bit more. There are some silhouettes at the far end, so likely there are some guards. There are some guards at the exits of the room, but there's nothing in the immediate vicinity of you guys. So there are guards in the room, but there's nothing nearby you. They're covering all the exits to this massive room. And Vlad, you're seeing the same thing. Really nothing different for you is that you're able to see the silhouettes of the guards in the far back of the room beyond the shadows itself. So you're able to at least see that there's, I'd say with you can maybe count at least 6 to 8 guards. But there might be more because there are sections on the floor here that you can't really see that's being blocked by pillars and various structures within the room itself.
I counted at least 12. I like these odds.
Oh. What do we owe the pleasure of this unexpected meeting?
Are you really not aware of whose bowl you've been pissing in?
Not quite, as we're just a bunch of mercenaries just recently got into the job, did about 2 missions, and now we're here.
Those 2 missions have interfered with our work. And you're becoming a problem. So we're going to have a talk about that. Do you know that little corpo that you saved? Do you know what it was he's doing?
Wasn't really informed, sadly.
So you're mercenaries that operate with only half the picture.
We're mercenaries that if we have to find the full picture, we will. But as long as we get the money we need to survive on the streets, we have to do what we have to do.
Johnny?
No,
However,
most mercenaries don't even
Johnny?
operate with a full fucking picture. They just go in, do the job, get a paycheck, and they get the fuck out.
Johnny?
I do not
Yeah.
ask questions of capitalist scum.
ignore
I
him.
think that might have been the wrong play, buddy.
Ignore
I
him.
drink
He's
more-
Russian.
That's always racist. Fuck you.
Well, then
Oh,
allow
fuck
me
you
to
too.
take you back to the beginning here. Your first little mission, as it were, you took someone out of our custody. Then you start doing a job for corpos, delivering them product to the World Corpo Forum. Now, you say you're mercenaries, but who aligns themselves with corpos without guarantees?
Well, to be fair, most of the missions we got so far were corpos. We haven't exactly gotten anything from other gangs.
I even
Well,
went
they're-
looking out for jobs as well.
Most likely they just been taken, so this is all we can find.
Well, if it is employment that you seem so desperate for, you can start working for me now.
Start working for you.
I
So,
get the feeling
what do
this
you
isn't
have
so
to-
much an offer as it is extortion.
What do you have to offer?
I already kind of get the picture of what he can
excuse
offer, my good friend.
You want to know
Well-
what it is I offer? Well, and he kind of
What?
leans back, kind of rubbing his hands on his knees, kind of wiping the sweat away from his hands. What I offer is job security. The Rat King will provide, just as he provides for us all. But you're going to do something for us. I understand you agreed to take on another job here in a couple of days for those corpos. You're going to turn that shipment over to us.
What's the payment?
I understand they're offering you about 120,000 for that.
Correct.
We're prepared to offer you 200.
200.
Would we be allowed to confer amongst ourselves before we accept this offer?
I beg your pardon?
Would we be allowed to talk amongst ourselves before we accept any of your terms and offers?
Hey,
Or do
Belle.
I need to not be Southern?
Hey, Belle.
Hmm?
You do realize the situation we're in.
This isn't a job interview.
It's not something we can just simply say.
Anyways, point
Okay.
is, I'm doing things for my profit, of course, like every other mercenary does. And to be honest, I don't really give one. Am I permitted to cuss in this established? Okay.
Above game, you can say what you want to. Just keep it, within TOS.
Please.
Oh no, no,
Yeah,
I was
whatever.
just gonna say fuck.
Because we are
Above
streaming.
game-
We are
Everybody's
streaming. So at least keep it
No, no, no.
TOS.
Swearing up into
No,
the
I know, I know.
blood.
I was just gonna say corporate fucks or like.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
You're fine with that.
Okay. And to be honest, since I'm a mercenary that works for money, I couldn't give a flying fuck about them corporate fucks. Why? I just have bad history with them. So if you're willing to offer more or offer better, I'll be willing to take the job. Can I roll for deception?
Roll for deception.
Oh fuck, we're screwed.
Bro, y'all better pray for this to work.
I
This is
swear to
why we
God.
don't allow you to talk.
buddy.
Holy crap,
Okay.
it actually worked.
Nice.
I'm like, I was about to beg on my knees to the dice
This is what
gods.
gambling is about, baby. This is what gambling is about, baby. I feel the rush in my veins.
I'm going to kill him later. I swear to God, I'm going to kill him later.
And I would love to say that you succeeded.
What? No, tell me not 20.
It wasn't that 20.
I'm throwing my phone across the room.
Okay,
So-
Johnny? Hold on.
I will take a
on.
picture if you don't believe me, but I'm
Hold
looking
on.
at it right now.
Send it.
Johnny, I'm sorry, but I need to post this.
No way.
Hold on, what a
Fucking crash out.
I'm sorry. Johnny, I'm sorry, but I need to post this. Look in the chat.
Oh my god. What am I looking? Fuck.
So,
Fuck you. God damn it.
I'm sorry. It was
well,
too-
here's
Wait,
my
Let
question
me see.
though.
Let me see if I have any advantages. Hold on.
Well,
You
no,
don't?
here's my question for you though. What was deceptive in your statement? Because are you being truthful when you say you do not care about the corpos, or are you lying about that?
Well, I am saying the truth about that.
Okay, so what part of your statement was a deception?
I were to say that all corporate fucks, because there's
Okay, so
maybe like-
you're being general when, if you were more specific, you do have a heart for some corpos.
yeah, because there's some there out there with justice, so I don't completely,
Okay,
hate
so
them.
I'll just go ahead and say, as you say this, the expression on the man does not change. He doesn't seem to be interested whether you care about the corpos or not. That seems to be of little interest to him. I
Bro,
don't really
what are the
care if
chances of that?
If
Oh
you
my god.
you can feel any way about the corpos you want to, that's really none of my business. You got personal history with them? He just shrugs. That's fine by me. You do what you want. But what you do not do is interfere with the Rat King's work. Now, you've been a thorn in our side for the last week doing these little jobs, so now you're going to help us, and you're going to make it up. That job you agreed to in a couple of days, you're going to still do that job. But instead of taking it to the corporate form, you're going to bring it to a location of our choosing.
Okay. Can I make a deal or a suggestion of sorts?
How about you shut up?
Johnny, I speak for the whole group here, and probably the whole string committee. Shut the fuck up.
Can I make a suggestion of sorts?
No.
No,
No.
no, we're already in deep shit.
Can,
Shut
we
the
just,
fuck
can
up.
we just fucking kill this guy?
I'm with this at this point.
Agent,
I have an idea,
Yes.
guys.
No.
No.
Johnny?
are
You've been
you
doing
no? Are you gonna hold on? Are you hold on? Let's talk about this above table real quick.
Yeah,
Yes,
above
above
table.
table.
Above table.
Let's
above
do this
table.
above table, please.
Group, you guys have a group huddle. Go ahead.
All right,
huddle.
group huddle. Above table group huddle. Let's go.
Please just take the lead.
Okay.
I was gonna say, okay, listen. What I was gonna say is to prevent us making a further mistake, right? Is it possible to know why exactly, when we accept the job, why exactly you need that specific thing? And I wanted to see if I could roll for persuasion.
I don't really think that's gonna work
Not gonna work.
because they have their own motives. They're not gonna tell us anything. The more we prod them, the more likely they're gonna fucking kill us on the spot. Like we can talk, like seriously, our group can talk about this later in a above table, saying all this above table, hopefully a not bugged location where we can all talk about this.
Because they most likely.
I'm sure that
most
since the
definitely
Rat King
want
is
this-
here,
Hold on, Kitsune. What was that?
Because they
Mercer?
very much want this very specific thing. So if they don't get this specific thing, and we give them something false, they're just gonna straight up just come back for us. Like regardless.
but here's the thing. In this city, we don't know who's right and who's wrong. Nobody, we already know that the lines are gray. So we have to investigate also the corpo side when it comes to this product. Because they can be either used against us when they don't find any use for us for either side.
Because what I'm
If you understand.
Because
No,
what I'm planning
well,
on doing.
I'll say
Yeah.
this: if you're looking to
What was that?
pursue an investigation, then your best course of action is to go along with said plan and then try to investigate in the time that you have between now and the actual job that they're referring to.
So exactly what the fuck I was thinking. I just
All
never.
right, back again.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm putting it into word there for you, Mercer. Is that this is
Yeah.
how that would work?
I've been trying to say that the entire time.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I took that away from you, but you're welcome.
Like that's the entire. Like we can agree to the mission that they're giving us, and look into the corpos who want the thing, and we can then determine if the corpos actually deserve this thing, or should go to the Rat King. It's gonna
Fine,
be
fine.
one
Just letting you
of
know, we wouldn't be in
evil.
this situation if y'all didn't get tased. Anyways.
Excuse the fuck out of you, Kitsune.
I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm going to kill him.
Who are you talking to?
Whoever got tased.
But
Wait, no.
but yeah, not going back in. back
Okay,
in
so the
character.
TLDR of this huddle is we accept the job, we investigate, okay, so here's the thing. Do we accept this job? Well,
Yes.
I mean,
Of
so
course.
I just realized that he said work for us, but he said work on that job specifically. He didn't say continue the contract. He just said that job.
But he did say work for us. So what we should do is we should specifically say, we'll do this job for you.
He might
And
pick up on
then
that is the problem. He seems really smart about that. So he
Well, yeah.
may
not if we roll deception.
Well,
Not if we roll for deception.
we're not letting
not.
you roll for deception.
But I
Sorry,
have
today, but
skills
your
in
deception.
deception. I have
your
+4
dice.
deception.
Kitsune, your dice. I don't trust your dice. I don't
I
disagree
know.
I don't disagree that you're proficient in deception. The problem is your damn dice. You need to put them in fucking timeout and get out a new set.
Why
is-
have the D&D
thing
gods cursed me with this?
The thing is,
Why?
I'm also proficient in deception.
I say we
Fuck
let-
So
you!
what's the
Nobody
difference?
cares about you, Karthi. I don't care about you. Fuck you. You're the yin to my game, bro. I don't know why. It's fucking annoying.
How you
I
think
want to cry.
What do you think I've been feeling when you talk?
Bro, I've never
It's
been so
the
disappointed in my dice
Blame
before.
Blame the dice. Blame the dice. Blame the dice. Blame the dice. Blame the dice.
No,
Blame the dice.
no.
Not the player. Blame the dice. Not the player. Blame the dice. Not the player.
Anyway,
Fucking hate the dice.
but anyway, getting
God.
back into it now. So, you said that you want us to work for you. Is this long term or only short term agreement?
That's not for me to decide.
Okay, so it's on us if we want to
Also-
continue working then. But, I mean, there's no real reason to drop this request of yours. I figure that there's sizable reward. Pretty good benefits, I'd say, being that you walk out of here alive.
That's the least one could hope for.
And besides, you might have a better use for this thing than the corpos. Not like we're going to be one to question, since there's just a bunch
Can I
of
roll
nut
sense
guys.
motive?
No!
To see a change in his demeanor and if any?
How about I roll sense motive?
We can all
No.
roll sense motive if we want, but I want to roll it. I just need
No.
some reinsurance.
We don't trust. It's not you, Kitsune. We don't trust your dice.
I
But
don't
it says
trust
I'm not saying anything. I'm just looking. I'm not
your-
saying anything.
Your dice, they're moody today. You see the rolls, they're moody.
David, is
They're
he fine to roll
bipolar.
sense motive?
They're going through a bipolar.
I'll let you roll sense motive one more time.
Go ahead,
Thank
go ahead,
you.
Kitsune.
God damn it.
I'm
15
gonna
doesn't
kill
do
him.
anything.
Middle ground. It's middle ground.
Doesn't do anything.
In terms of his motive, this is more or less what he's been obliged to do. He may be in charge of the group that is surrounding him, and he may be a bit of a boss himself, but he's working for someone else, and he's being instructed by someone else to
Called it.
give you this job and to give
I-
you this opportunity to
meaning-
make amends.
I called
Oh,
it
I
because
see.
he kept. So here's the thing above table. Have you guys not picked up that he is not the Rat King?
Yeah, no, I have sensed
Yeah.
this. He sounds more
No.
like a cult follower than a leader.
Yeah,
He
No,
says-
of course.
I realized it.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one because I'm like, oh
No,
shit,
I realize
the
it
guy
too, but
is
I'm
not
like-
the Rat King. This is
I
one of
realized
his.
it too, but I wanted to see if there's any connection because the Rat King in reality is possibly from the Corpo side, considering the way he's dressed as well.
He
You
said,
you never know.
I need to correct that. So above game, the Rat King is the antithesis of the Corpo world. There's the
we could get
Corpo
that.
world, and then there's the world of the Rat King when it comes to Manhattan and New York. There really is no middle ground. It's either under the control of the Rat King and his associates and his gangs, or it's under Corpo control, being under whatever corporation is purchasing said land or property. There is no middle ground.
You know, I just realized both side. One side is obviously gangs, but the other side is so one side, Rat King, obviously gangs, but corpos are also gangs. They just don't want to admit it.
They're
Well,
Yeah, but
capitalistic.
they're gangs with more funding.
Okay, I want
Yeah,
to point something out.
capitalistic.
Yeah.
I want to point something out real fucking quick. The way this guy's been talking about the Rat King, it seems more like a cult than an actual gang.
I mean, sometimes the lines blur like that. If I am not mistaken. Like, cults do obviously have a leader, and so do gangs. But if I am not mistaken, and please anybody correct me if I am wrong, gangs also have a head to them that is like you do not want to fuck around with them at all.
It's
Like,
a
they have a lot
matter
of little
fierce
underlings.
loyalty.
Either
See,
fierce
like,
loyalty out of actual loyalty or fierce loyalty because of fear.
and that's maybe the distinguishing line is that you don't necessarily know. From all you're able to really see is that the Rat King's influence spans wide, and if it's not under corporate control, it's under his control. And with the various gangs that operate within New York, you know, they have their own agendas, but ultimately, if the Rat King calls on them to do something, they will do it, and they do it without question out of loyalty.
Okay. So all in all, he needs to have us do this job. Therefore, we can turn this around. Let me explain now. How?
Oh dear. Oh
Can tur-
no.
No, listen,
No, here
listen.
let's hear at least at least let him hear it. Let us hear him out.
willing to hear him out.
The Rat King commanded them to tell us to accept the job. That we have to accept the job. Of course we will, because our fucking lives are fucking, they're
In
being
danger.
threatened currently. Yeah, we're gonna accept it. However, we need to set some terms that may not look like, they're gonna do anything now, or just, terms that work in our benefit at least. Like, for example, not working for indefinitely for the fucking Rat King, of course.
I mean, the guy just stated that it's our choice if we want this to be short term or long term.
But something tells me that we are not going to get out easily once we start working for him.
No, of
Because
course not.
didn't Dave just say that there is no in between in the city? You're
Yeah.
either for the corpos or against the corpos, or you're for the gangs or against the gangs.
Wait,
No, of course.
that's what
But
that's
what
he
we'll
meant.
do,
Hold on, Mercer.
what we'll do is at least verbally promise that we won't get involved being against the Rat King. Roll for deception.
But
N-
what?
I'm gonna stop you right. No, no.
That
Okay. No. Sorry about.
like
Sorry.
no. I'm not saying that to you, Zilla. I'm just aghast because Kitsune, did you not just hear that that there is no middle ground in this
I
city?
know.
Anything that we do that is not with the Rat King is against the Rat King because we're either going to do stuff for the gangs or we're going to do stuff for the corpos. There is no in between.
Here, Bill. Let me try something. I'm gonna put this in a way John might understand.
I understand it. I know. I'm just trying to fucking, come up with solutions or try to at least.
We're either
Yeah,
stuck working for Jeff
like, I
Bezos.
hear ya.
We're either stuck working for Al Capone or Jeff Bezos.
Neither.
Why does
I had
But
to
then
make a
again, they
comparison
do follow.
somewhere.
They do
I
follow
mean,
the
to
law of-
clarify, you're not necessarily given the choice of neither. You either choose one or the other, and if you choose neither, it's the third option is typically the bullet.
Yeah, and
So
from either side
you
or
need
by
to either
both
choose
sides.
one or the other, or if you're gonna go against both, they're just gonna off you right then and there because you're gonna be a problem to them.
so here's what my train of thought is. I think I think we should work for the corpos. And this is
Why?
above board, by the way. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Here's my train of thought. This is my train of thought. Yeah.
What if you hack his augments?
Oh, hold on,
I ha-
Kitsune. Let's hear him out.
All right.
They have more funding. They haven't tried to kill us yet. They're willing to give us more money as bonuses. They haven't done anything really to us. They have. Again, I could just be blindsided here, but I'm just saying.
You are being blindsided because of my
So-
character's lore. I was put into jail because they didn't like me.
But they have not. We have not done anything to them. They have not done anything to us. Why should we fuck that up?
At least
So
not yet.
here's the thing. It's because here's my train of thought. The only reason why this is happening to us because we pissed off the Rat King. If we pissed off the corpos, the role would be basically the exact same. Only in the we're in the corp again going. We're going to be meeting with one of the big heads of corporations. It's just we happen to piss off the Rat King. Is that why we're in this situation? If we'd still piss off the corpos at some way or another. We'd probably still face this situation.
Exactly, but we have. I feel like we need the best out of a worst option in pissing off the Rat King.
But here's the thing. Like, sorry, I'm taking real world examples here.
No. Go
Let's
ahead. Go
take-
ahead.
Real world examples. Corporations fuck us over all the damn time. Like, sometimes they make our lives easier, like Amazon. I know Amazon is absolutely shitty workplace, I've heard, and horrendous conditions, so I've heard, and treats their employees horribly, so I've heard. It's gonna sound
That's
really,
true.
really, really bad of me to say this, but almost everybody shops on Amazon because it's really convenient. You can literally find almost anything. Yeah, great. But unfortunately, Amazon also owns Twitch, and Twitch fucks over its content creators a lot. Twitter also fucks over.
Not to disparage the real world remark, but to put it in a bigger perspective, corporations are more of a conglomerate that acts as a central form of government.
Oh, great.
They are
That's even worse.
basically in the cyberpunk universe. In this particular universe, corporations rule over governments.
Yeah.
So
in some aspects you could look at it that way, where yes, the corporations are the big bad evil, but in this universe they are basically the head of the country, let alone the world. Corporations rule everything, and the gangs rule everything else.
So no matter
And-
what way we choose, we're basically choosing
In-
one
in-
side of the coin.
Yes, in this particular city, in this instance, here, corporations are like they own the cops, they own the security forces. There are factions within the security and the police forces that do different things as well. They are all under corporate control. So it's either you're dealing with you've got the massive corporate power with money, influence, technology at their disposal, or you have the gangs that also have a large amount of power and influence, not necessarily the technology, but they have the manpower.
Is it possible
And-
to? I'm not gonna be rolling for like anything
Will
for
you
like
stop trying to roll,
talking
please?
or anything.
What?
Oh, hang on, let him speak.
No, because I just wanted to see, connection wise, to see if I have a connection, any type of connection to the Rat King, since I have a background as a criminal.
Honestly, it's actually entirely possible.
You would probably know this better than anyone else because of your criminal background. Is that you would know that when it comes to the rule, like they're very equal in terms of power, but they're different in terms of their influence.
Of course.
So like yeah, like in this instance here, like you're being given a choice because he's telling you to continue the job you've already accepted, but he's telling you he wants you to deliver it somewhere else. Now this is an option that you guys can ultimately choose to do above table. You can choose to go forward with the corporate plan and maybe ask them for help, or you turn the shipment over to the Rat King, and you might be facing corporate ire, but you might also gain influence through the gang world. So there is something to gain from this, but it depends on who you as a group are going to side with.
I was about to pull a morals thing because corporations fuck over people, and something
Okay,
tells me that gangs would be
Yeah,
more to
and
help other people, but at the same time, they both fuck over people.
the gangs individually by themselves have their own agendas, but they are under what you might think of as a corporate umbrella of the Rat King.
I just want to put it real quick. Just put it in real quick.
Yes.
Is everybody here, except for me, as far as aware, being fucked over by the corporates?
Me.
I won't really say I was fucked over. More so, I just went to a life of crime just cause.
Quinn technically
I
ripped the
have-
corp off. Technically Quinn ripped the corp
I
off.
just
but-
realized. Sorry, Borg, go ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of it. Quinn stole from a corporation, and they're trying to kill them. So it's not like they didn't get fucked over per se, but they're not a fan.
Well,
Belle did jobs as in military, and I never really did specify if it was what kind of military it was. If it was, well, if it's, I was gonna say normal government like,
So
let's
you
say
would have
United
probably
States.
been in the army, in like America's army.
Yeah, which is under the government, but then the government is owned by the corporations. So
Yep.
technically, I did work for the corporation, just
very,
not as a
very
private.
indirectly, but yeah, basically, like you could tie your work to corporal work, but
But
Oh,
also
it's
including
directly under
technician,
them.
I also was.
it wouldn't be publicly perceived as such, though. Just to be clear.
Yeah. But she also did work as a technician, and that's kind of ambiguous. I haven't really filled out that one yet. But I would imagine that she probably, yes, she did technically work more for a corporation that was in technology, probably selling something to the military.
Yeah, I got fucked over
And-
by corpos. So
And as for me, I was relatively a good citizen until I realized, damn, this shit boring. I'm gonna smuggle.
so here's the thing.
That is so
I-
real.
I worked as a SWAT in law enforcement. I worked as a firearm broker, as a merchant, and I was a heavy door gunner in the military for a. How do I put this? A very good group of people, comrade.
So
You know what?
you would have a unique understanding then of the corporal universe and how its influence is spread so wide that it gets into smaller branches like your sectors where you've worked in your past.
Yes, and I believe as our financial best possibility for all parties, we should start working with the corporates. Yeah. There. To be kicked
I'm against that.
What's going on?
So
I mean,
basically, we're. I mean, we could always make this. We could always make this
thing.
decision later. Like,
And
I don't know if we have a
you,
choice.
you're
I mean,
pretty much
no.
in a position where you have to agree to the job now, and
I-
whether
I meant.
We're gonna agree. I guess is the
Like-
option.
We'll
the
agree
option
to it,
whether
but whether
to
we
do it or
get-
not.
No.
Whether we go
No.
through it or not.
So here's what I mean. we can, of course, accept the job now, but like what Dave said, we have the choice once that job comes around of following with the corpos or following with the gangs. We can make a decision then. We can talk more about it after we have to accept this job, or else we'll all die and the campaign's over.
The only problem with siding with the corpos is that Quinn is actively being hunted by them. So they're never going to agree to do anything that could put them in the crosshairs of the
Have
corporation.
bad
So
history
above
with
game,
corporate.
let me
Or
kind
put
of
them in
lay
front
this
of the
out for you
corporation.
guys. So either way, this isn't a position to where you're going to be forced to accept, but you've got now 36 hours in game to determine if you guys want to go with the corpos or go with the Rat King. And anything you do in between, if you do like some kind of investigating, if you try to, do a little digging to that, you have a small window of time to try and choose your course of action.
Yeah, exactly.
So we
I say we
obviously
go
we
with.
agree to the job now, but
I
Yeah.
again,
wish.
Quinn is never going to agree to go to do. The thing is, Quinn's in a bad situation here now because either we fight a corporation and they risk detection, or we side with the corporation and they still risk detection. And to make things worse, everybody else is siding with the corporation.
And
No.
what I'm saying
Oh, isn't?
is, in game, you have a day and a half to figure out a third option, or choose your course of action.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, we're gonna accept it obviously, but after this, I'm going to see if I'm able to look through my contacts because once again, I was involved with investigating the corpos, so I do know certain people within the corporation,
Yeah,
which
you have
means
some
I'll be able
contacts that you can call to ask some questions and maybe
either
dig some
ask some
info.
questions, exactly, yeah, or like, this because I also have a disguise kit, so I'm able to disguise myself to see if I'm able to find anything really, or try to anyway. So because I've once again, this as my character in the game, or as the character in here, I'm this I lost all desire, or like I had a sense of despair ever since I went into jail and got betrayed. But because I've always, I want to get to the bottom of this, of what fuck the corporals are really fucking doing behind the scene, I just feel compelled to do that. I'm not gonna side with the corporals completely though, because I once again have bad history with them, but I would investigate them.
All right, so we'll circle back around to this, and the man before you guys is he's got his fingers kind of interlocked, and he's just sitting comfortably looking at you guys. Now, do you have any objections?
Belle just looks over at Agent.
Oh, discussion final. Discussion over. I stepped away to toss away something.
Uh,
So I take it that
TLDR, I think we're going to do a little bit more So, above table. TLDR,
doing more investigation.
accept the job, do investigation, come up with either A, corporations, B, gangs, or C, possible third option. Very unlikely.
Okay.
That's basically what sums up the discussion.
There's only a third option if you want to make a third option.
Okay.
If we can't even
So-
make a third option. Anyways,
Because I could make a third option right now and just pull on my gun.
That would lead to our death.
No.
So no.
Exactly. So
this can't wait to be over. Damn it. Anyways, Mercer.
This package that you want us to take away, is there a location that we'll know where to drop it off, or
I'll be sending you coordinates when the time's right, and not a minute before.
alrighty. Then
I hope we can
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
each other within this new business deal.
shut. Capiche?
Good. Now that we have that out of the way, and he kind of stands up from his chair and dusts his legs a little bit. We'll be sending you back to your home, and we'll be in touch. And by the way, since you never bothered to ask, you may call me Red.
Pleasure to meet you, Red. Can't really ask with others talking.
Well, you all seem to have a lot of thoughts in your minds, so go ahead and discuss that amongst yourselves. But
Could we have our weapons back, please?
Buddy, we're not gonna get our weapons back, not yet. Don't you realize?
We'll get our weapons back when we get dropped off.
Yeah, because we ain't gonna get our weapons back here. No way, Jose.
I'm
Red
speaking
just hand gestures to them, just like, well, you know the answer.
I'm continuously glaring at the guy holding my shotgun.
Oh, he's staring at you. You can't see his eyes because his eyes are covered by what appear to be sunglasses, but he's like looking directly at you, but you cannot read his face.
Oh, I'm thinking we're just having a staring contest at this point.
Oh yeah. You're having a staring contest with someone that you can't see his eyes, so you have no idea if he's blinking.
Bastard.
Let's just get home and
Here,
Vlad down.
I can mumble something in Russian, but listening to the medic because Russian respects medic.
So Red was just gonna kind of smile and just kind of lift his hand and kind of wave his finger in a bit of a circle as he's trying to leave, and bags are gonna be pulled back over your guys' heads, and you'll be pulled back to the van. And so long as no one decides to do anything funny, you guys will be taken
Johnny.
back home.
I whip out my. I'm just kidding.
I will.
Gosh.
I will send you to Jesus.
What's that
Don't
do, Jesus?
Don't worry,
Hold on,
the guy,
where's the gift? Where's
the
the
guy
gift?
guiding him will most likely do it for you.
I can hear you typing.
All right, so so after another 15-minute car ride, you guys will make it back to the front of your apartment building. They pull the bags off your head and the door slides open. And they just look to you to get out.
Bell wastes no time. Bell wastes no time getting out and basically yanking out the rest of the group to get out. Y'all ain't fucking staying in there.
I leave and I immediately hit up my contact over at the corporal, if any. I don't know.
No.
Bell,
hold on.
once.
No.
How soon does the van leave? Once we get out.
Once everyone has exited the van, it pretty much goes right away.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I
it
expected
goes
that, so.
straight down the road, and after about 40 seconds or so, you lose sight of it.
Okay. Belle is gonna start patting everyone down for bugs. And not just, well, like listener bugs and trackers.
To be fair, I
Y'all
don't think
y'all don't got any say in this. I am patting y'all down for trackers and shit.
to be fair, I don't think they washed bags either.
So I will have you roll an investigation to check everyone for trackers.
Okay. Ah.
That's fine. So you pat everyone down and you don't find any physical bugs.
Physical bugs, at least.
Can I investigate myself?
Well, I guess what are you checking for? Because you've been physically checked and there's no wires or bugs around you.
Mm.
And
Question.
I'm pretty sure that if there was a bug, it would have been pretty
And-
obvious.
If anyone was injected with some kind of a virus or anything, you would have noticed something within your HUDs or your
I like to
augments.
investigation. I would like to investigation roll my firearms, please. Particularly my shotgun.
Are you like checking the weapon?
Yeah, to see if it was
Oh.
bugged or tampered with.
Okay. Roll
Yeah,
investigation
they
That's
never
on your
said
weapon.
That's actually a really good point. Everybody, chuck your weapons as well.
I don't need to.
18.
What do
He
we
took
roll for
your
that
shells.
investigation, right?
Well, I need to hear this. Go ahead.
He took your shells, but other than that, the weapon's just fine.
Fuck.
The rat bastard. He's dead meat.
To be fair, he didn't take what was on your person. He took what was already loaded in your gun. So if you
I'm
had
just
a
gonna-
few shells loaded, he took them out, and he didn't put
I'm
them back
just-
in.
I'm gonna start ranting in Russian.
Bork, you check your weapon, and you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary.
Uh,
You're not
But-
even really sure if you had the weapon loaded, but it is empty.
oh no. I was gonna say, would I have to roll? I should roll investigation again to check my own weapons, correct?
I'll say your investigation was also part of that as well. So,
Okay.
with the 14, yeah, same thing. Like, they unloaded all of your weapons.
That was fucking expensive ass iron.
Not
so,
mine.
Damn it.
So even
Not
if
mine.
you, so let me just put it to you this way: if you try to get your weapons back and tried to fight them, you wouldn't have had any ammo.
Who needs ammo when you got a sword?
I'm gonna reload my shotgun.
Hold on. I wonder if there's a gift for it.
Well then, guess I'm lucky I didn't try to fight back then.
Wasn't going to.
Anyway, I
I
pulled to
wanted
the
to see where this
side.
was going.
Yep.
I just pulled to the side and just try to see if I have any corporal contact.
God damn right.
All right, now that I'm done checking y'all for bugs, I'm gonna go inside and make sure the fire hasn't done any more damage and nobody's hurt.
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
tap
back.
Oh
on
no
the
no
shoulder.
no! The fire was outside, and I'll go ahead and say this: you don't need to investigate it. You can smell it.
I'm
I
gonna
thought,
point-
wait,
The
I thought-
vehicle that was on fire, the vehicle that was on fire that was next to Mercer's vehicle,
yeah.
it's no longer on fire, but it is charred and smoky, and you can smell it.
Ugh.
You can smell
Also-
the burnt chemicals in the paint, and yeah, it's not a pleasant smell.
For some reason, I thought it was in a parking garage underneath the apartment building.
No, it's like a front street, like where like cars are parked. Like we're talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember this is New York. We're talking like there's like parking garages are a very rare commodity that is mostly reserved for people who can afford it.
Wait, really? Okay, like above table, like, is that really a thing in New York?
Yeah.
Parking garages
Or-
are a thing, but they're again like they're expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive in New York.
Shit. Well, to be fair, I've never been to New York, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I've never
Not
been
yet.
there, but I know parking garages are a thing around there. But yeah, like they're mostly reserved for like if you're like working in a big business building, they have like car parks for them. But yeah, like they're mostly reserved for businesses or people who can afford.
Excuse me, sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So no,
Okay.
you guys are parked on the street.
Ah, okay. That makes
I'm
a little.
gonna storm inside.
Yeah, let's all go inside and get something to eat.
Like
I make my way towards a bar.
You're not fucking drinking.
You just hear this. You just hear the sound of a shotgun thumping. You are coming inside, or I will put gauge around your leg.
What do you call it? I slightly pull out my shotgun that way you can see it inside of my suit. I have one too. I hope you know. Anyways, I
Yes.
continue walking towards the bar.
Just leave him be. He probably needs to blow off some steam anyways.
Like Vlad is visibly shaking in anger.
The only one that needs a bar
Vlad,
point.
Like,
Well,
he
Vlad-
ignores you and heads upstairs.
As I pass through the corner or just through the door that leads to the bar, I flick him off.
Yeah, Vlad's going back to his room to look for something real quickly.
damn, I really wish Baja was here so that his character can do investigation.
Yeah.
And as I approach the bar, I just, what do you call it? Move to just the corner of the bar and make my calls, whatever calls that I have
Yep,
for the
so
content.
you start going through your corporate contacts, trying to get a hold of some people. Um, you leave a couple messages for some because some of them are not immediately answering. So you're putting feelers out to get some more information, and in a little while you'll probably get some responses. But for now, you're just putting your feelers out there to try and get some information, and they'll get back to you shortly.
Could
What?
I try something real quick?
What's up?
Could I try rolling investigation to do the same thing he's doing, but instead of calling like corporals, former customers I have broke guns for?
Oh,
You
that's
know,
actually a good point. You would know a lot of contacts by brokering
roll
guns.
investigation. Let's see if you got what it takes.
You're welcome,
Unfortunately,
Vladimir.
with a 3,
I'm
what
suddenly in such a better
I'll say
mood.
is this: it is not good etiquette to contact people that you've done business with, especially in the gun business. Discretion is the better part of the business, so contacting them for information like this might not be very kosher for your type of business.
All right, I'll try former military buddies. See if they know anything.
I'll let you roll investigation one more time. Okay.
Fucking
That's better.
dichotomy! The fucking dichotomy
So,
of dice!
and this works
The
because
duality of
reaching
man.
out for
Aw.
military contacts might be a little easier to work with. So, you do reach out to a couple of their military contacts so you know that were more your frequent customers, people that you would associate with who might have a little bit more insider info. And similar situation, they're not available to answer you right away, so you do leave some messages for them to get back to you. So you will also be getting some information here shortly, but that will be also forthcoming. So you've got that now set up. So on the next session here, you will be getting some info from military contracts.
Yes.
Belle? Oh, go ahead.
So after I leave the last message going, thank you, comrade, and just hang up.
Yeah, like you're basically leaving voicemails, so that's
Yeah, I just
pretty
hang up
much
on
what
the
you're
last
doing.
one.
Yeah,
If as soon as Belle gets into the room.
And is Legion also in the room? I know Baja isn't here, but I know you can technically still.
So Legion we'll be addressing next session because I'm actually gonna talk with Baja because I think I'm gonna have him do something in the background for while you guys were caught. He was doing something else, so I'm gonna talk
Okay.
it over with him, and we'll work that out.
Okay.
But for now, we'll just say Legion is just not available at the moment.
Okay. Because I don't think Belle. No. I mean, Belle would probably know Belle would know people in the military, but I don't think she is that connected to ask questions like that.
Like a
I mean,
oh,
you
or
never know, but
I'm gonna look over to Belle. I just finished calling customers and former military contacts.
all right.
Hopefully,
All right. There we go.
my friends and former special places will know things. I'm
Well,
gonna
that's good to know. I don't think I know anybody.
pour a shot of vodka and offer to her.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna need that. Before she downs it, she grabs a chaser for the fridge, and it's like a cola or something like that. She downs the vodka and then opens the can and kind of takes a couple of gulps of that just to get the sting off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down and just have a little heart-to-heart session with Belle, like a conversation with her as like
Yep.
former
This
military.
is like gonna be your time to converse and decide if you guys want to, if there's any other leads or investigating that you guys want to do. This will be your time to kind of get that started. So when it comes to next session, we'll be able to get to the fruits of that labor.
I could roll for law enforcement, but I doubt I have connections there.
Uh, mm,
I'll just you guys are in where? Like in the bar?
No,
No.
we're in
we're in the apartment.
yeah.
One of our
Okay.
apartments.
in
Okay.
her apartment.
All right, yeah. After I've done what do you call it? Just contacting everyone, I just go what do you call it to my apartment just to be melancholic because I'm like, number one, I felt the power difference once again, the fact that I can't fucking do anything because I'm weak. Um,
The numbers just weren't in your favor tonight, man. I'm sorry.
It's
no,
the
true,
damn
but
guy.
that happened. That would be like technically like the second time that's happened since I got caught by the or played by the fucking corporates.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I'll just like, I'm very bitter mood, head to the apartment and just think and just see how I'll do things differently, I guess, or just be melancholic. That's it.
I think you should make a sacrifice to the dice gods in order to win their favor.
Oh, I do that constantly.
I do that with my money. What do you think I'm doing?
Oh,
I
no.
sacrifice my money to buy the shiny dice in which it will be blessed.
Me looks over at my couple of new dice that I have gotten. Yeah, yeah.
Same. I literally got new ones. They're like Dragon Eye ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So like, as Vlad continues to drink, he tells her, "So what did you do in military?"
I was a medic. I was combat medic.
Hmm.
I helped patch up the poor idiots. And I also was myself the occasional idiot. But I met my partner because he was a sniper, and I ended up following him a lot of the time. Since I was also in the back lines, and he was also on the back lines.
You said
You
there
said-
was. What happened?
Oh, my bad. I'm no longer in the military. I decided to work as a technician. My partner, he's still in the military. As you can see, he's currently on deployment. Don't know when he gets back though, but that's usual here. That's usual. You should know. What did you do?
I'm gonna take one last drink before pulling out a photo and handing it to her. I was dog gunner.
You're a dark hunter,
Yeah.
motherfucker. You're the ones who helped us up from. You're the ones who helped us grunt down on the ground. Hell yeah, brother.
I would not say helped, but more like hindered. As she points to the photo, noticing, like, pointing directly to the star on the helicopter.
Gotcha. She hands it back. What it? Oh, I guess above table. I guess in the future, conflicts would have happened by that point that haven't happened in this world.
I'm just
Or,
kind
I
of
mean-
making shit up as it goes.
Sorry, for some reason, my mind immediately goes to like the background story of a world when we can make it up. We can technically make it up as we go along, as long as Dave is okay with that, because it is his
Yeah.
story.
Well, I will say that the events that they mention in the books, which again I do recommend you guys do
shit.
take some time to read. We are following what happens in the universe there. So there are certain key events that did happen, like in Manhattan, for example, that are notable that would be worth remembering.
Would it be in the core rule book?
No, it'd be in the city's source book.
Oh, which was in Roll20. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look through that.
That's got San Francisco in the book, but since we're operating in Manhattan, if you read the City Sources book, that'll tell you everything you needed to know about Manhattan.
Oh, gotcha. I should probably do my homework.
Yeah, because oh, there is.
I do recommend it because, like, above game, we've only scratched the surface of what's possible in this universe. There's so much more here that we can dig into in terms of the different gangs and adversaries that are out there, in terms of the different events and things that happen in the world. There's so much more to this than we've even touched on.
Oh, okay. So there is a Soviet Union still.
Kind of, but it's not like the Soviet Union. You know what I mean?
I think that.
like a postmodern Russia.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like, basically, I got to the military due to helicopter not in the air.
Helicopter, what now?
When rocket go up, helicopter go down. I was shut down.
Hold on. Can you say that in non-accent, please? For some reason, my brain is having a hard time understanding.
Basically, he was shot down when flying over a hostile territory from a SAM.
Shot
Gotcha.
down behind enemy lines, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was last one of helicopter to get back to friendly lines.
Fuck, man.
But
No matter
that's
what
when,
side.
and to be honest,
Go.
that was when Greatest Day happened. It's when the Dow collapsed. Homeland became. He starts like counting on his fingers. Many homelands. Oh, what to do with all the weaponry left behind by Big Motherland?
I'm sorry to
gets, like,
interrupt real quick, but Dave, I kind of have to go now. Okay, so
Okay, no worries. We'll be wrapping up here soon anyway. So
Yeah.
you have a good rest of your night, man.
all right, appreciate it. Good night, guys.
Disney.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Sorry if I pissed you off. I don't know if I did at all, but yeah, sorry.
It's in game,
It's-
bro. Like, no worries.
We're
was
pissed
in
off
my
at your
gut, don't worry.
character, not you.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
hate
point.
Johnny. I don't hate you.
Yeah, we're very distinct about that. Like, no one's
I
really
wanna
mad at
curb
each
stomp
other.
Johnny,
It's
not
just in
you.
character stuff. We're playing
It's
our
like,
characters.
Johnny, for fuck's
Yeah.
sake, shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna
That's-
curb stomp Johnny Valentine.
Yeah, good,
But
because
not you,
that's
Kitsune.
what I wanted. No, that's what I wanted because this character, he's very bitter and sour about his own life, so he wants to make everyone else miserable like
Blake and
himself.
Quinn finally agree on something, and it's just wanting to murder Johnny.
Yeah, no, this is the type of personality I hate the most. So I was like, what if I were to be just this type of personality for this? So yeah,
It's
But,
it's
okay.
an interesting character exercise. So yeah,
yeah, true. All right, guys, have a good night. All right?
yeah.
Good
Take it easy.
night.
So he just. Black just starts spending off all the different like, weapons he sold off. His great adventures throughout the land, the world.
So I'll just
Why
kind of add a little to that. So you pretty much sold every kind of modern gun that's pretty much available publicly.
Oh yeah.
So like all the kinds of handguns, assault rifles,
AK-47
sniper
for everybody.
rifles, hunting rifles, like anything that's publicly available, he's handled it.
Yep. I even get the few from
Damn.
myself.
Now, when it comes to like military tech and high end stuff, that might be a bit above his wheelhouse. Like he might understand the basic, mechanisms and workings of the gun, but in terms of the minutia and the fine details of like cutting edge military technology, that might be above his wheelhouse.
I was in 3 men. Then, door getter. What do you expect?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm not even well versed in weapons. I mostly know about medical technology and shit. And yeah, I'm a technician, and I worked in tech for the military for a. Hold on, did I? Did I note I worked for cyber?
I mean, I got you down for a combat medic, and so you would have had some experience with some weapons that you have seen in the field,
Yeah.
but nothing that you like would have been like
No, it's just
nothing that would
like
make you an expert.
I mentioned being a technician for a contractor for the military. So it's like, no, I wouldn't really know weapons about that. I would more know about the actual machinery than the actual weapons. I'm just trying to remember my own damn backstory. Yeah, I mostly worked on human bodies and mechanical bodies. As morbid as it is to say, but whatever, it's the military. Well, other than the Badlands, but that place ain't much more for weapons. Wait, I just realized. No, I don't think gangs would. I don't think the Rat King's influence would reach out into the Badlands, would it? Above table. I'm asking this above table.
When you say the Badlands, are you referring to like far outside the city?
Yeah,
'Cause there
where
are
Belle
like
grew
some.
up.
Okay. Um. So like, because there are some areas like outside the city, there are like smaller like cities that would be interconnected.
Mhm.
But like way out in the Badlands, no, his influence would not expand there at all.
I kind of figured.
Like the Rat King's influence is only really over the island of Manhattan, and he does have some influence in the surrounding suburb areas.
Uh, Understandable.
What are you thinking, comrade?
Oh, I thought I would know people out where I grew up, but apparently, to help with our situation, but apparently now, and I don't probably have half their call. I probably don't even have 9% of their contacts, anyways, because it's been so damn long.
Vlad begins to stroke his chin and gets an idea. Point on map where they are.
You want me to put on the map where I grew up?
East. Vlad may have
See,
contact there.
would I be able to have a hollow project? Dumb question. Would I be able to have a hollow projection of a map, or do I just pull up a map on a screen?
You would have to pull it up on the screen. You do not have a holo projector.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask.
Yep.
Belle gets up and walks over to the nearest big screen to pull up a map, and she points way away from uh, way away from the city. She points at the Badlands. That's where I grew up.
Hmm. Can I roll an investigation check real quick? To see if any contacts out there?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought your internet died for a second because your
No,
sound completely cut out.
I
And I
muted
was
for a
like,
second
"Oh shit!
because
Did
I
we
was
lose Dave?"
coughing. No, I was
Oh,
coughing
okay.
loud, so I just had to mute real quick.
Okay. I was like, "Oh no! Did we lose Dave? No! No!
So you're checking to see if you would have any contacts where that would be, Vlad?
Yeah.
Okay. Um. How often did you work out in the Badlands? I guess is my question to you.
I lived in the Badlands after I left the military. One of my backstories is Badlands.
Okay,
Badland
because
Day.
I'm not looking at your sheets, so I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, if you have Badlands in your background, then you would have some history out there.
What?
I would say you might have had a few contacts that you guys probably do share in common. It would have really been in passing though, because you guys operated in different areas at different times. So you guys might have a few names in common.
Motherfucker, you also lived in the Badlands?
It was only home available for cheap.
I mean, I don't blame you for that. I was born and raised out there. How long did you live out there?
Uh, 20 years. It is better than Siberia, okay?
I can imagine so, but damn.
Lad lived in cave.
Of course,
I imagine the Badlands is like the Badlands. not
like
just
the state park Badlands.
Yeah, and not like the fucking desert they show in the game.
This is this universe is different than
A fair amount
Cyberpunk.
of it is a lot like that. um, like wildlife is pretty scarce out in the Badlands, and it's not very hospitable.
What? For some reason, when I think Badlands, I think of the American West,
That's what I think
like the
too.
desert areas of the American West, like Nevada, Utah. Not really Utah, but more Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico,
Okay.
and
Yep.
Southern California.
I think we should cut off here. So, of
Yeah.
like Bella and Vlad just drinking and talking the night away at the good old days.
Yeah.
Alright, so how about the rest of you guys? What will the rest of you be doing?
I want to see if I could possibly get in contact with a netrunner, since I'd figure with my extensive background as a criminal, I'd
If
come
hold
across with
on,
one or two.
can I just point something real quick off the table, real quick?
Go ahead.
The more we try to talk to people, wouldn't that bring more chatter towards
Netrunners, netrunners keep things secret.
No, I'm just
I
saying
mean-
in general. Let's be honest here. This city's about the leaky as the Titanic.
But if you guys are trying to look for an alternative option, investigating is the only way you do it. So
Fair point.
I mean,
Not to mention, you guys have
It
been
depe- I
more
don't-
going towards corpo stuff. I'm doing things from the underground.
I personally don't think it would cause much of a ruckus if the contexts are as secretive as I am gathering. I don't think they'll do much chatter. Anyways, if you get my meaning.
Yeah.
now to go back to Mercer's question about the netrunner. So you do have a couple of contacts. You do know Legion would also probably have some more contacts, so you'll need to try and wake her up at some point. But in terms of anyone else that you can contact, there are a couple other people that you can contact. There's about two of them that you would know that would likely have some more information, but what exactly would you be looking to dig up?
I want to not prioritize looking into the package more so, but more so like any sort of projects of some sort that might be related towards the package, but not directly quoting it.
Okay, so you're looking to see, like, what would they be...
Potentially using this thing for without saying what it is.
Okay. Well, the thing is you'll still need to figure out what it is you'll be transporting for the Corpus, because they didn't tell you that specifically either. They just told you that they have another job for you on July 5th, and if you agree to it, they'll pay you X amount of dollars. So you don't even really know what it is you're going to be transporting for the Corpus yet either.
Well, at the very least, we know it's not volatile, nor potentially a weapon, so it's most likely material or power source. That's what I can figure. Or it could even be an animal for all I know.
So yeah, you'll reach out to your contacts, and similar situation. They'll get back to you once they have some more information. Um, you do get a text response back saying they'll look into it. So you have your people looking into that, so you will get some more info in the next session as well. Just make note of it too, because I might forget about it come that time. So just remember
Very
that.
good.
So I'm just doing a check here.
Yes.
My people, and who else?
So you have people looking into, I believe it was the corporation.
Corporation and generally the whole situation.
Okay. So you're looking at the corporal side of things.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
I believe Bell is looking into the military side of things. Was it?
No,
Oh
that
yeah.
was Vlad that's looking into the
Oh no, yeah.
military side of things.
Yeah.
Vlad's looking the military side, and then you're gonna
Oh,
be
then I
looking
should.
into the. Um, I'm just blanking my train of thought.
I was thinking of looking into corpus as well, but it might be good to look into like the underground of aspects more more so because it also could be not something for the corpus but disguise. So
So
that's
you
more or less of a long shot.
so you're looking more in, yeah, the underground aspect. So you're looking more into the dark net to see if there is anything out there that you might be able to dig up from, like, the dark web and the underground.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Because now that's going to cover all three aspects for you guys.
Yeah, so not really looking into the dark web for any waves of projects and activities. Sorry, can't remember that. And after that, I'm grabbing my fucking bottle of Jim Diamond.
All right. Yep. So that will pretty much cover investigation into these situations. So through that, you guys will, next session, you'll pretty much get the lowdown of what's happening. Um, so you'll get all of that, and then Matrix or Zell, did you guys want anything to? Did you have anything you wanted to do for this part?
Um, I feel like, um, do we already have someone doing research into like the Rat King and all that stuff? Now that we actually know, like,
You've got
okay, let's
investigators like looking into the situation at front, but if you want to do a separate investigation trying to dig up more information to the Rat King, that would be a different avenue.
yeah, I'd like to learn more about the guy. At the very least, if we do end up siding with him, or if we end up siding with him or against him, we'll have more information than just like the alias and the rumors.
Okay.
If I could potentially like find, I don't know, like a name or a story beyond just like what is the word on the street.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, you'll do a passive investigation into the Rat King.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to roll anything, or is it just kind of?
It will be determined next session.
Okay.
Yeah, cause what I have, at least like from the books, is just like general information. So I'll give you some more details as to what's happening in the current world and situation. So yeah, I'll give you more details of that next session, and I'll just tell you guys, because partly the reason a lot of will be coming next session is because in World that will be July 4th.
Fuck yeah!
So it'll be Independence Day, and as we mentioned in the previous session, that there is going to be, it is a big holiday. So there is a fireworks festival that does happen over the Manhattan Bay. So that's a big festival and things that do happen in the city. So that will be happening over next session, and that's where you'll be getting all of these nice little lore and info dumps.
Hoorah!
So, if you guys did want to, like, Matrix or Zilla, if you guys had any questions or any things that you want to set up going into the next session, this would be that time to set that up.
Like in character?
Yeah.
No.
Like, if you want
I-
to do any investigating into anything, like, specifically, like, where everyone else is, well, you got 3 people
Hold on.
investigating the situation with the job, 1 person investigating the Rat King.
I'm investing the corpos.
Yeah, well, we have someone invest in the corpo side of the, like, the
Right,
situation,
I'm
the job. So,
On the military side. Ugh.
yep, you're probably the one covering that section then for the military. So then, yeah, you've pretty much covered yours then.
Yeah. So you got.
So,
Like-
Matrix, did you have something you want to do?
Well, other than I'd literally just go back to the apartment, but I figured I'd look up some other small jobs on the side while they're doing all that, because I kind of figured they would do that, and then just kind of stay close if Liege needs me at all. So
Yep, because Legion basically took a nap after the job, and
yeah,
you'll wake her up here soon. I'm
figured I'd
kidding
just
about
be
that
diff-
because no,
Poke, wake up.
I'm gonna talk with Baja, and I'm gonna figure something out with his character in terms of what he did over this time period, and then
Pretty much,
So
I'm just
you'll-
meditating.
okay,
Yes.
so you're kind of taking it in. You're still feeling a little bit of the sting from where you got tased.
Yeah, which is
But,
the most comfortable feeling.
Yeah. But yep. So you'll just kind of
I'm just puttering around doing my thing.
all right then.
Make it easy.
Alright. See you guys later.
Yeah, let me go to.
Later.
Yep. So that'll be the end of tonight's session then.
Das Vidania.
Okay.
Alright, good teamwork, Belle. Or Star.
Hell yeah.
You're in character. It's Belle.
Hell yeah, it's Belle.
Honestly, I should not learn to speak Russian because then I might get a knock at the door.
What?
I'll give you a little piece of advice because I did learn some phrases for Japanese for another character. Just learn like key phrases that you might need to say and
Привет.
practice those.
More commonly, swear words. And maybe a thank you and please. Or
Because
hi.
Привет. You know, there's basics. Привет is one. You know, basic greeting. Very easy.
Privyet is a greeting?
Привет. Привет. It
Привет,
means
comrade.
greetings.
Privyet?
Привет.
Privyet?
Das
Privyet.
Vidania means goodbye and good luck.
До свидания. Yes. Da.
Da means yes.
I thought that.
And when I say that,
Das Vidania is Russian? I thought that was French.
No, that's Russian. Suka means shit. I think.
Motherfucker,
Welcome.
it is Russian. What the hell?
welcome to the D&D campaign where you learn to swear in other languages. Huh.
I swear that's the basics of any language state. Hi, bye, thank you, please, fuck off.
Well, the human tongue can only make so many sounds, so there's going to be some things that do sound similar to one
No.
language and mean something completely different in another. So
Oh my gosh, yeah, there's a lot of
There's
There's a lot of
similar
that.
languages.
Okay, no, my bad. Stuka is not. In Polish, it means tick, but in Russian, it means bitch.
Hold on,
Yeah.
in Polish it
Case in
means what?
point, It
Fix.
Fix?
Ticks.
Okay, with that,
D-I-C-K-S.
before
Oh,
we
Oh.
before we go any further with the languaging here, the language stuff, we're ending stream here.
Wait, are we still streaming?
Yeah.
We haven't done the outro yet.
No.
there's
Jesus.
an order to these things, and we've always stuck with
I'm like,
that.
whoa. We better not go any further with that. Okay. All of you say your goodbye. They're saying goodbye.
Catch y'all later.
Oh my
And
god.
coming cold, guide your heart.
We'll see you next time. Get some sleep.
Oh Jesus. Wherever you're at in the world, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I sound like I'm coming from the Truman Show when I say that because I realized I watched it the other day. And wherever you're at in the world, be safe out there because the world is getting crazier. And yes, my voice is still screwed up a little. So
I'm sorry.
deal with it. You can catch all these episodes on the other thing here. If I can get the screen to switch there, ignore them. I'm just going to mute the... No, you're fine. You haven't said anything yet. Okay, she has. Okay, now I have to delete that part of the stream. No.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Rabble.